Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the BEA number 10PBS451B. This is a 4.5-inch square push plate, is what it is. Documentation. Key and screw, we'll go over that in a moment. Flag connector, wire nuts, machine bolts to secure the plate down to its box. There you go. Protective film on the front of that. Cherry switch on the back. There'll be images down below showing what that looks like. The information on the cherry switch, which can be purchased separately. Ground, common, normally open, normally closed connections on that. Square 4.5-inch blue stainless push plate, white handicap logo, and white push to open text. This square push plate is the perfect solution for fast and easy installation, which indeed it most certainly is. And your flag connectors are obviously going to connect down to the cherry switch. Beveled edges provide a tamper and vandal resistant solution. All active push plate, meaning you can basically touch it anywhere and gain activation. The outer corners it activates. Okay. Now, documentation. Let's go over the dimensional properties first. 4.5-inch by 4.5-inch. You're going to see these commonly installed on walls, on bollard posts, wherever you need to have manual activation of a door. Low energy door, very typically and common, is where you'll see these, where you have occasional use, where sensors are not installed on a door. Having push plates would be typical. Now, there are several links on the below this video, and also below this video is the body of the extended description that will go over all of the particulars, the marketing material regarding it. The first link I'd like to draw your attention to is a template, and that will give you a dimensional review of the item that we've basically covered. The next is called the cut sheet, and a lot of the documentation from BEA is simply duplicated on lots of their different forms, and the paperwork that you will get with the push plate is also covered there as well. The link to the cut sheet is a summary of the item, but what's important about that document is on page 2 you'll see all of the other options when it comes to push plates from BEA, whether they be round in the different sizes, square in the different sizes, rectangular in the different sizes as well. So that's very handy, and quite frankly, if you know that you need a push plate and it doesn't look like this one, I would navigate immediately to page 2 of the cut sheet and then review that document, determine what you need, and pull up that part number. And since it's relatively difficult to remember all those part numbers, I find that document to be the way to go. And you'll see that your B in the part number is going to turn your plate, your activation plate, into blue. You've got two variants of this, and they only differ in size, 4.5-inch and 4 3/4. And you see those part numbers that are there. The 4 or 5 in the part number indicate the 4.5-inch. Moving on to the next download that we have there. Technical data. That is, quite frankly, it's the same as the cut sheet, except that it's a bit expanded. We'll give you some additional information in terms of its installation. Obviously, when you get this mounted down, you're going to have your screws holding the plate down to the base. Okay. And that's where the screws that come in, the 4 machine screws. So you'll be able to remove the plate from the backing material, from the backing substructure. You'll be able to utilize those screws to put that down to your double gang box. Got some slotted holes that are there. You'll then be able to put the plate back on using the same Phillips screws or the snake eyes screws that come here with the spanner wrench included as well. Okay, so you can install that either way. So the installation is quite simple and straightforward. And speaking of installation, you've got the link below the technical data sheet to the installation instructions, and that's what they cover. And then finally, there's a link below this video to the product catalog, which is very handy because it will show you the entire line of push plates and even sensors that are used in automatic door operation. Now, the name BEA is quite synonymous with this material, and in fact, they're one of the 2 leading companies that do this material, and likely the leading company when it comes to volume, I might think. You're going to notice that you'll have this material private labeled by other folks, a variety of other folks that manufacture high energy and low energy operators. So if you're replacing one, I would recommend that you review the product catalog because I think you'll be able to buy the BEA item that will be identical to an item that is private labeled by someone else, and do so without that necessary markup that you'll find from the people that are private labeling the material. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the BEA products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. The name BEA, again, is synonymous with sensors and push and pull plates, and I find that their technical support and customer service is second to none. Any questions on the BEA? This is their part number 10. Forgive me, their part number 10 for 10PBS451B, 4.5-inch square blue stainless steel push plate, white handicap logo, white push to open, or any other BEA product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.